Good afternoon. I am Michelle Littleton, Senior Director for Undergraduate Programs at ETSU, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to ETSU's College of Nursing White Coat Ceremony. We are blessed with your presence today as we celebrate these students' formal entry into the profession of nursing. The White Coat Ceremony has been an important part of the medical students' professional journey since 1993. Honored in October of 2015 when we were chosen as the only nursing program in the state of Tennessee to receive a grant from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation to begin the White Coat Ceremony tradition. We're excited to continue this symbolic cloaking of students representing a commitment to upholding the patient-centered principles of nursing. I offer congratulations to the College of Nursing students as you take this official first step on your journey to becoming a professional nurse. Your success is our ultimate goal. Thank you to all family members and friends of these students for joining us today. Dr. Wendy Nairn, Dean of the College of Nursing, will now bring her greetings.
Thank you. Today is a special day, and congratulations to all of you. It is the day that you formally receive your white coat as a symbol of your entry into the nursing profession. It is a day that you will reflect upon why you chose this profession. You may be here because someone close to you needed care, and you remember the nursing care that a loved one received. You may be here because a family member is a nurse. You may be here because you want to make a difference and care for those in need. Maybe you already know your career goals, and this is the first or second step in that process, having been a nurse's aide or an EMT or an LPN before starting here at ETSU. You are here because you care about others. You are not afraid to get your hands dirty. You are able to think through a problem. You are not afraid of long hours. And you are passionate about being the best nurse that you can be. Over the course of your time with us, you will learn about wellness, disease, assessment, interventions, evaluation, delegation, human development, medications, nursing care, etc. Your minds will be stretched more than you anticipated, and you will perform skills that you didn't think that you could. You will synthesize the information that you learned, the skills that you gained, and develop a plan of care in a moment's notice to save a life, to ease a mind, to hold a hand, to say a comforting word, to assist in healing, and to be silent when that is what is needed. You will provide some of the best care that you will ever give as a student nurse. You will graduate and become a licensed professional registered nurse. Take pride in who you are and what you have committed to becoming. Remember this day and what this white coat represents. Your faculty also commit to being a guide at your side and will send you off to continue your destiny as a nurse. There will be ups and downs, but I assure you it will be worth it. Being a nurse has made all the difference in my life. I would now like to introduce ETSU's president, Dr. Nolan, and invite him to give his congratulatory remarks. Well, perhaps he was not able to join us today. So I know that he would wish to be here. He, I'm sure, has many other important things that he's dealing with right now, but I know that he would wish you the very best and sincerely give his congratulatory statements to you, and know that you will make a major difference in both healthcare and as a nurse. So, Dr. Wilshie Bishop, Senior Vice President for Academics and Interim Provost, is unable to be with us today. She wanted to personally congratulate you on your success, and we have a short video for you to see with her remarks.
Greetings to you today on the occasion of your white coat ceremony. Receiving the white coat recognizes that you are joining a profession. You're joining a profession that cares, that's concerned, and that makes a difference in the lives of people at some of the most vulnerable times in their lives. Once you don the white coat, people will look at you differently. They will treat you with respect, and they will expect a higher level of integrity and concern and care from you. Congratulations on this achievement, and my best wishes to you as you continue your studies.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today's white coat ceremony, Mrs. Mary Campbell, our coordinator of the RN to BSN program. Mrs.
Dr.
Campbell?
Nearing?
Yes.
Dr. Nolan has just joined.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will let him join and give us his congratulatory remarks. Thank you, Dr. Nolan.
Dr. Nearing, faculty, members of the class, I apologize for the technical challenges that sometimes are presented by this environment that we're all working in. And I thank you for your patience and leadership as we work through the unique challenges that present themselves to us on a daily basis. But as students who are transitioning into clinical settings, as you don the white coat, the moment that you walk into the door of a patient, you are presented with variables and dynamics that change on a moment-to-moment basis. But whereas Zoom has the opportunities to adjust itself from a technical perspective, the emotion, the care, and the empathy that you need to provide to your patients happens in real time. And if we've learned anything over the course of the past 3 months during the COVID-19 outbreak, it's that the heroes who work in our hospitals and our healthcare settings across the country are really those individuals who have made so much of what we as a nation enjoy possible. And each day we're provided with powerful reminders that the profession you've chosen is a profession that has not only the opportunity to save lives, but the opportunity to inspire. And as you move through the months to come, and as you transition and prepare for what in the blink of an eye will be your commencement ceremonies, and hopefully we will be together rather than via Zoom, get to know the men, the women, the children who will become your patients. They're going to turn to you for comfort in times of need, for answers and for hope, and you're going to learn from them lessons that will serve you in invaluable ways throughout your life. Along that path, please take time to care for yourself. Take time to ask questions, take time to reflect, take time to learn, and take time to enjoy all that will be presented to you. Once again, I apologize for the technical difficulty, and Dr. Nearing, I will hand it back to you. Congratulations to all of our students.
Thank you, Dr. Nolan. We're very pleased that you could join us this afternoon. I was beginning to tell you a little bit about Mrs. Campbell. Her education consists of getting her Associate of Science in Nursing degree from Mercer Community College in West Windsor Township in New Jersey. Then she came and got her Bachelor of Science degree from ETSU and her Master's of Science in Nursing with a concentration in nursing education is also from ETSU. As I mentioned, her current role is coordinator of the RN to BSN program, a program that was recognized highly in the state of Tennessee. In addition, she serves as an instructor with ETSU in the College of Nursing and has been with us for 3 years. She was also a staff nurse in medical surgical nursing and a progressive care unit. She's always had a passion for serving others, and she has also served as a new employee preceptor and a nursing student clinical preceptor. So Mrs. Campbell, thank you for being our keynote speaker today.
Thank you, Dean Nearing. Good afternoon. Thank you, family, friends, administration, and faculty for being here today to honor this amazing group of nursing students as they receive their white coat. To the students, I'd like to thank you for choosing to become a nurse. The nurse is trusted, the nurse is caring, and now during the COVID-19 pandemic, the nurse is brave. So I want to thank you for being brave. You've always needed courage to be a nurse. This isn't new. However, finally, nurses are being recognized not only for their empathetic nature, but for their strength and resilience too. So thank you for stepping forward and becoming a professional nurse. This shows real courage. Your nursing career will take you through many moments that define you and your career. When I started my nursing journey, I thought that I should be a nurse because it was nice to help people and it sounded like a good thing to do. I really didn't know that you were going to need to be strong and brave to be a nurse. However, when I look back, the moments that really define me as a nurse are the ones that took courage, and those are the ones that led to better patient care. I remember the moment that I became passionate about nursing. It was during nursing school, and I was observing for about an hour or so on an ICU unit in a small hospital. And I don't remember all the details of my duties or the patient conditions because I was still new and timid and trying to figure out what was going on. But I do remember the feeling that I had when I observed a nurse explain to a family that there were no more heroic efforts to be done for their loved one and that comfort was the priority at that time. I helped this nurse basically take care of the patient and clean them and make them comfortable. And that nurse explained it to me, nurse to nurse. And I was just in awe of her confidence and compassion while she communicated such a delicate thing. Ultimately, I knew that this patient was going to get the best possible care and quality of life during their last moments because of this nurse's courage. The nurse's brave words and actions showed me the type of nurse that I wanted to be. This nurse made me brave, and I stayed by the patient's side to offer care, at least until basically the nursing instructor had to come and get me because clinical was over and everyone else had left. There were also several moments while I was a nurse that really took courage, but I'll never forget the first time that I had to call a rapid response on my own patient. So as a new nurse right out of orientation, I had to find all the courage within me to do this. My patient's condition was deteriorating, and after several attempts of communicating my patient's needs to the medical team, I really felt like I still wasn't being heard. I wasn't even sure what was really wrong with the patient, but I knew something wasn't right. I was worried that maybe I made a mistake. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to answer the questions that the code team had when they came after I called the rapid response. But I had to do it anyway. So sometimes asking for help as a nurse is the scariest but bravest thing you can do. Because like in this circumstance, ultimately it saved a life. So thankfully, that was the only time I called a rapid response on my own patient. Other patients, that's a different story, but my own patient, that was the only time. Finally, I can recall clearly when my confidence and my experience and my courage were really put to the test. And this was after becoming charge nurse. So part of my responsibilities were accepting patients onto the unit and assigning them into their rooms and assigning them their primary nurses. So I took report for a patient coming in because their primary nurse was with another patient. While receiving this report, it was very clear to me that this patient was extremely sick and needed to go to the ICU and was not appropriate for our unit. So I stopped the report and expressed my concerns to the nurse. However, she responded by handing the phone to the physician who happened to sitting next to her, who was writing the orders for the transfer, and they weren't too happy about this. So I called the house super and other supervisors and explained the situation and said that this patient was not appropriate for our unit and needed more significant care. So after a few phone calls and a few conversations, eventually there was a collaboration about this patient's care. And this may not seem like a big deal, but this took a lot of bravery for me. I really had to stand up for this patient. And ultimately, the patient received care from the critical care team, but on our unit because there was nowhere else to put them at the time. And I had to fight for that. So it was a long, exhausting day. And once it was over, the original primary physician did come to my floor and actually thanked me for fighting for that patient. So I think, we both showed courage that day. So I want you to remember that in the days and weeks and months and years to come, after nursing school, during your first job and the first time you're put in charge, that you're going to be tested and your courage and determination is going to be tested. But you're strong and you're brave. You've chosen to become nurses during a global pandemic, so you can do anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. At this time, students will be welcomed into the nursing profession. Students, it is our hope that after the ceremony today, you will forever hereafter look upon your white coat as a symbolic contract of professionalism and empathy in your practice of nursing. May you always uphold the values of the nursing profession. As faculty, we are honored to guide and support you on your journey to becoming a professional nurse. At this time, each student's name will be called in recognition of their accomplishment. Please remain seated at the completion of the calling of names, all students will stand to be cloaked. Leslie Black.
Well, I'm not getting any picture.
Bodie. Charity Corbin. Brittany Davis. Kayla Edwards. Brian Flint. Belle Ferran. Dorothy Hunter. Alexis Lynn. Jess Marvin. Adam McKechnie. Whitney Muniz. Melanie Peace. Tony Polins. Hannah Skirlnight. Lindsay Sears. Maxwell Silver Alford. Gabriella Bella. Jordan Wolf. Choitan Ayan. June Banks. Amanda Betts. Katie Bolton. Abby Bradshaw.
I
Zachary.
didn't get her.
Jeffrey Herring. Molly Malacote. Elizabeth Mount. Angela Lua Apade. Students, please stand to be cloaked and remain standing for the white coat ceremony oath. Make sure that all your pictures are visible so that we can see you. And now Dr. Melissa will administer the white coat ceremony oath.
Good afternoon and congratulations. At this time, I invite all students in the class to take the oath to accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. Students, please recite the oath as is projected on the screen. Please join me in reading the oath in unison. As a nurse dedicated to providing the highest quality care and services, I solemnly pledge that I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will act in a compassionate and trustworthy manner in all aspects of my care. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will exercise sound professional judgment while abiding by legal and ethical requirements. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will promote, advocate for, and strive to protect the health, safety, and rights of the patient. With this pledge, I accept the duties and responsibilities that embody the nursing profession. I take this oath voluntarily with full realization and responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you, students. Everyone, please join me in congratulating these students on the oath that they have taken to uphold the duties and responsibilities of the nursing profession. Upon a return to campus, each student will receive a Smile Gold pin. This pin, given to you by the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, commemorates your white coat ceremony and the oath you have taken here today. You are asked to wear this pin on your white coat as a visible reminder to always demonstrate humanism and excellence in your practice of nursing. I invite Ms. Littleton to return to close the ceremony.
Congratulations, students, on completing this very important rite of passage on your journey to becoming a professional registered nurse and on taking the oath to uphold the values of the nursing profession and provide compassionate and humanistic nursing care. We are very proud of you. Everyone, please join me in congratulating these students on the oath that they have taken here today. Air clapping. This concludes the white coat ceremony. Thank you and have a wonderful afternoon.